Hey everybody, Dr. Susan here. I just want to go over with you. I did a Facebook Live earlier today just to let you know I've come together with many practitioners across the country, and we all got together just discussing things we knew and how we can help our patients. So I'm just in the next few days going to pour myself out here. So if you know me, I always want to get you all the information and help you in any way that I can. So please feel free to reach out to us. Post a comment below, email us, call us, however we can help. We're here to help. Many things need to be known in our community that you can combat against this virus and how to stay safe and how to keep your family safe and what is true versus what maybe not be so true. Or in one of my talks, I'll talk about consider the source, consider where you're hearing information from. So my family is all in New York. New York is kind of a hot spot for this virus right now, so they are in panic mode. So when I talk to them, you can tend to get into that panic mode. But when you settle back down and realize, where we are and the cases we have in our state, we're in Georgia. I know I have patients all over the country, but most importantly, right here in Georgia, we don't have very much pressing on us, but we have to follow the CDC guidelines. I do want to say this. Take it all seriously, but I'm here to tell you about protecting your body. So that's my thing. I'm protecting myself, not going into crowds. You want to wash your hands. We can't go into stores. Many stores are closed, and dining areas can't congregate in more than groups of 10, things like that. So adhere to all of that because it is a serious virus. We're not taking it lightly at all. We're just here, we believe, under this roof that the body's amazing, it can heal itself from the inside out, and if you take precautions and you give the body what it needs, it can fight off this virus if you do come in contact with it. We all suspect here with all the people we see, we probably have been in contact with it, but we're pretty confident that we are all healthy with a strong immune system and probably just beat the virus off and didn't suffer any effects of it. So we want all our patients to be that way also. The chiropractic side is absolutely full today. It's so wonderful to see because they're over there making sure their immune systems are boosted and being sure their body's in the best health ever. So everything I'm going to say right now, Jessica is going to post a PowerPoint in the links below. So you can get all that. So if you can't write it all down right now, that's okay. Just take the notes that will be in the link below, and everything will be there given to you. So in discussing with my colleagues in the past day, we realized that there's a lot of information coming about this virus. So many autopsies have been done in China, so they're able to see how the virus itself operates and mutates. So through these autopsies, they found it is a respiratory illness, which many of you already know. The virus actually lays down a thick mucus in the respiratory system, and then it solidifies or hardens, and that's when the breathing difficulties come in. So I wanted to give you just 10 tips today to kind of combat this, because I'm going to tell you this at the end, so I'm not going to jump ahead. I'm just going to stick to the list of things. The first thing is to drink hot liquids. So it can be hot water, tea, coffee, to just keep drinking hot liquids throughout the day because that will kind of, have an effect on if the virus has come into your throat in some way. So you want to drink hot liquids, you want to gargle, either salt water, apple cider vinegar, something antiseptic, lemon. So if you just have some hot water, squeeze a lemon in it and drink and sip on that, that's going to be preventative. It's going to be preventing the entrance of the virus coming into your body. They're saying that it adheres to clothes and in hair. So if you do go outside and you are exposed and at all to any germs, you want to make sure that you're showering, washing your hair, and of course changing your clothes daily and washing their clothes. So maybe in the past we might have worn something and possibly worn it the next day, so now it's not being recommended that you do wear it the next day. We want to see all clothes washed, wash your hair, and just shower daily. Most importantly, clean any metallic surfaces. Be sure they stay clean because the virus can live on a metallic surface for 9 hours. So we want to be sure that you don't get exposed to anything, but also avoid touching doorknobs as much as you can, and also handrails. So I know that can't be avoided all the time, but just be mindful of it, and of course always keep your hands cleaned, wash or hand sanitizer if you have to touch them. Don't smoke. So I know many of you on this page probably do not smoke, but maybe somebody you love smokes. So I ask you that you share this information with anybody and everybody who you know or maybe can use this information. But if you know anybody who smokes, because then they're already at risk for respiratory issues, so you don't want to smoke at all during this time. Of course, never, but this is one time, this might be the time to quit. There might be a bigger motive involved here, so maybe a good time to get family or friends or people you know to quit smoking if they do. You want to be sure you're washing your hands constantly, preferably with a foaming type soap, and you want to wash them for 20 minutes. So scrub for 20 minutes. To be sure that you kill all germs. And I always say, just to add that in, while you're sitting there for 20 minutes, say a little prayer for the country and anybody who's been affected by this virus, you know, so we can help and pray for other people around the country while we're washing our hands. It's kind of a time will make you do it and remember to do it, because so we may forget in all the craziness of the world, right? You want to, more importantly than ever, during this time, you want to eat a clean diet. So you don't want to eat processed foods. You want to limit processed foods. I was in the supermarket a couple times, and I see people stocking their carts with Gatorade in 6 different colors, you know, sugar, high fructose corn sugar, syrup, food colors, cakes, ice cream. You don't want that right now. Every time you eat sugar, you lower your immune system for 5 hours. So you don't want to eat something and, God forbid, come in contact with this virus and have your immune system lowered. So now is the time more than ever to stop eating sugar. Food colors, processed food, you want to eat clean food. So vegetables, a lot of vegetables in a multitude of colors. So just diversify your plate and put lots of vegetables, proteins, and good healthy fats. So you want to keep a good healthy diet during this time. Trying to think what else. So you also want to avoid getting the common cold at this time. We're also in Georgia and Florida too, and maybe South Carolina, I know for sure, we're suffering from pollen. So all our cars are covered in pollen. And many times you'll start to feel like you're getting a sore throat or something because of that pollen. So that's the time where you drink some of the hot liquid just to kind of get that pollen out of your throat. This way you can know if it's actually, have you been come in contact with the virus, or is it just the pollen in the air? So just use your mind. Don't get panicked. Don't get scared. But you do want to be sure that you are combating flu because of respiratory distress and the common cold. And my recommendation for that is elderberry, or elderberry extract. So that's an amazing cold or flu fighter. So you want to do that. And the last thing, and most importantly, but mostly it's following the things I have listed before now. And of course, if you feel something coming into your throat, because that is the entry point of the virus, it's the throat, and it will stay there for 3 or 4 days. So you want to combat it there and kind of push it through your system so it doesn't migrate down into your lungs. So the idea would be to kill the virus while it's in your throat and let it get dumped kind of into your stomach acid to be killed and moved out of your body. That's the best thing to do. So before it migrates into your lungs, you know, after 3 or 4 days, that's when it will migrate into your lungs and lay down that thick mucus. So to prevent that from ever happening, if you feel a sore throat coming on, you want to make sure that you can take care of that right away. Okay, so that's the sign to really know if you've come into contact at all with it. And that's really it. I mean, those are the preventative measures that you can take if, God forbid, you get in contact with this virus. We want to be safe and vigilant and take care of ourselves and our families. So like I said in the beginning, adhere to all the safety precautions right now, because I believe we are making good progress in this country with keeping the number of confirmed cases to a minimum. Like I said, they're mostly prevalent in New York. I think 50% of the cases right now are in New York, so there's a lot more panic there than anywhere else in the country. So we just have to follow the rules right now, and I'm going to do more videos throughout the weekend about mindset and top herbs to be taken and vitamins, things like that. So I'm just going to keep pouring out information to you. I've been preparing it all morning. Like I said, spent all day yesterday on the phone. So a lot of us want to just get out and let you know that there is a way to take care of your body and things to do to prevent this from having any effect on your life, okay? So please, like I said, share this video.